Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Hendricks, Development Manager for North and South Carolina, and we are so excited that you could join us today for Mission Monday. It's such an honor and pleasure that I get to interview Toni Lee, who's in North Carolina, as our patient navigator. And so I'm going to let her introduce herself. And Toni, if you could tell us, how long have you been at Komen?
Yes, great. Thanks, Kelly. Yes, my name is Toni Lee, and I am the patient navigator with Susan G. Komen. I have been with Komen basically now about 2 years in September, and started with the local Charlotte affiliate.
That's awesome. And that's actually where I met Toni. I met her, I started, and she was one of the first faces I met. So glad to be talking with her today. So can you tell us about your program and what you do for One Komen, and how long has the program been around?
I started with the Komen Charlotte affiliate. Part of my role was to provide patient navigation services, and then basically the past year, we have built this patient navigation program for One Komen that helps to serve patients not only here in North Carolina but across the country. So about a year that's been in process, and the patient navigation program is actually part of Komen's Patient Care Center, which is a suite of integrated services that connects patients to resources such as, our treatment assistance program. We do have staff through our helpline that are able to provide resources, and then if they need more assistance in overcoming any barriers to care, or they need connection to resources, then they may be enrolled in our patient navigation program.
That's awesome. I know that's something that we definitely need all across the world, especially after this past year with COVID. So great that we have
Yes.
people like you that can help people in need in different ways. So you kind of already spoken a little bit about it, but how does your department move our mission forward?
Yeah, so our program in particular helps to identify barriers to care, whether that be, barriers to access to screening services, barriers during treatment, such as maybe, transportation. We also are assisting folks trying to learn and gauge their distress levels, so that we can see, after a few weeks or after a few touch points with a patient, that our interventions or our assistance has actually maybe alleviated some of that stress related with their diagnosis. So I think in the long run, we help to, meet the needs of the community by having this patient navigation program connect with patients and really help them understand their breast cancer diagnosis, understand, how they can navigate through treatment, and help them to overcome those barriers to care or barriers that keep them from, adhering to their treatment plan.
Yes, that's so great. I love all of that. That definitely is a big part of moving our mission forward. So what's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part of the job is definitely connecting with patients who are just so, overwhelmed, scared, and being able to be that kind of calm in the middle of the storm. Just, even just being able to listen, and then, if we're able, we do definitely connect them to resources. The relief and the gratitude that I get from my patients is the best part of my job. And how that plays into, our race for the cure, is that, at least when we were in person, although last year too, I had several patients that I've never met in person, but they were encouraged to participate in the race because they wanted a way of feeling like they could be connected on a bigger level, and a way sometimes to give back, particularly when we were in person, whether they be a volunteer or they do donations or fundraising. So it's nice to kind of see that full circle where you connect with them, and then, in October in our race, you may see their face or know that they're participating in our event. So
Yes, I know. We're so excited this year doing a hybrid experience. So this is part of it. So, we do want everyone to stay connected. So it's so great that we can have this conversation today for people to see that we are here. We're still doing things and there's so many resources here for them. So
Yes.
in general, what are you excited about coming out of your department through the rest of the year? Like, do you have anything new happening or just what's happening in your
Yeah.
department?
Um, well, just a few months ago, we actually got access and launched our new patient database system. And through that, we'll be able to get some really cool data about, who our patients are, what barriers where they're encountering, how many on average they're encountering. And we'll also be able to get to see some patient satisfaction surveys coming out in the next few quarters to show the impact that the patient navigation program or the helpline or treatment assistance has had in the lives of our breast cancer patients. So yeah, exciting things, and I'm excited to see our program grow. So we'll be able to see, how many patients we served and just the cool data that's going to be able to come out of this new system. So.
Yes, that is so exciting. I'm so glad that we were able to connect today and that you were able to give people a little bit about what you do with our patient navigation program. So if anyone needs more information, how can they contact you?
So there's several ways that you can get in contact with our patient navigation program. I am local and do have a local number, and I can be reached at area code 704-401-2864. However, Komen's Breast Care Helpline is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that number is 1-877-GO-KOMEN. Or you can always visit komen.org to find out more information.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Toni Lee, and she is a patient navigator. And thank you for your time, Toni. So glad that we can connect today, and we
Yeah.
will talk with you soon.
Thank you. Excited for the race.